Well, firstly, congratulations on the Oscar nomination and, of course, winning the Golden Globe. When you wrapped on this project, did you think that this was something quite special?
When I first read it, I knew it could be something special if we did it well. When we wrapped, I felt like we had done something very true and original. But I've been doing this long enough to know that there's no guarantee. I had a wonderful experience in the making of it, but that's still no guarantee you're going to put together a good film. I was happy as I talked to Jean-Marc, and then he sent me some cuts that I was like, oh, we do have it. We didn't miss a big chunk of anything. You know, oh, we do have a fully fledged, fully realized film. In 25 days that it took to shoot this thing, which is so fast, there was some fear of like, because there's no time on set to discuss, are we getting everything? We just had to show up and go to work. So it's nice to, a year later, see that we did get it all.
It's really interesting to me because, for me, Mud was one of my favourite films
last year. I love Mud. Yeah.
I love it so much. And then Killer Joe the year before. And obviously, having been involved in both those projects, neither have been nominated. And yet, you're also involved in Wolf of Wall Street and Dallas Buyers Club, which have.
Yeah.
What do you think makes a film that's Oscar-worthy?
Oscar-worthy?
Yeah.
Well, look, Mud, I think Mud should be nominated. At the very least, Jeff Nichols' original screenplay. Yeah. I love Mud as a film, and I think it's a great film. Part of that, there's a lot of things that go into it that have nothing to do with the actual film. Part of that is, when does it come out? There's a season. We came out in the spring. Mud came out in the spring. Just what literally happens is very few films that come out in the spring come around award season and Oscar time. They just don't. They're in the rearview mirror. They're earlier that year. There is a season for which you want to platform and present your film that gives it a better chance. How much push was behind it, to get it seen. We were the first screener out, so we shared the screeners of Mud. But for whatever reason, it didn't really have much of an impact at award season, but I sure think it should have.
Yeah, it deserved to. Obviously, this film is set in 1985 in Texas, and obviously it's a place that you know well. I was wondering, and obviously a time that you'll know well. Did you know many Ron Woodroofs in your time? Did you meet anyone quite like that?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, I think back, I know the sounds and some of the attitudes, and some of that view at my time, so I was 15 in 1985, some of that view was obviously a romanticized memory of some people. But I know, I look back and I know and have known a few rednecks like him.
And your career is really glowing at the moment. And I was just wondering, I have a theory that it's in the cowboy hat, because recently when you make some brilliant movies, you tend to be wearing a cowboy hat. Is that a remit? Are you sort of going and
well, you liked Killer Joe.
Yeah.
Mud didn't wear a cowboy hat.
That's true.
Oh, Dallas and Magic Mike wore a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And Ron Woodroof.
Bernie
wore a cowboy hat. Yeah, he wore a white hat because he was on the right side of the law. No, never heard that theory, never thought about it. But I like the cowboy hat. Evidently, I like the characters that have a cowboy hat too.
And I was just wondering as well, I've spent the past sort of 3 weeks or so trying to do that.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. I'm rubbish at it. And I was wondering if you could just show me how it's really.
No, you just everyone's got to find their own rhythm, and don't try and mimic the one I did. Just find your own and beat it down. You got to hit your chest a little harder though, because that's part of it. You want to shake it down, shake your voice down lower. Mm-hmm. And you sit there and do that, and the longer you do that, you watch your hum will get lower, and you'll find a rhythm.
Cool. Can you just show
carry on?
I'm not very good at it though.
Yeah, it's not about being good at it or bad at it. Everyone's got their own rhythm.